Good morning from the Mount Rose Summit Trail. Today, Maple and I are just out for a pretty chill backpacking trip, which I have never done before. I feel like I am always all or nothing, 20 miles a day, like max elevation gain, get it done, pushing myself to the limits, which I love to do. I love to do that. I find it super relaxing, like resetting. In the moment it might suck, but type 2 fun. But today I decided let's just take it easy and really try to enjoy the nature, enjoy the views. So, like I said, 10 miles, or did I say that? I think I did. We're doing 10 miles today. Gonna go up to Mount Houghton, get a really good look at the lake, and then we're gonna go over to kind of Mount Rose, but not exactly. There's another peak right past it that's not quite as high called Church's Peak, and that's where I think we're gonna camp, potentially if it doesn't storm. So, we'll see. Okay, so I'm getting cold. I'm probably gonna make this pretty quick so that we can get back on the trail. We are in Houghton, which is 10,000 something feet right here. And as you can see behind me, that is Mount Rose. And then somewhere there in that area, maybe. It's hard to see like on the camera. You can see the Mount Rose Trailhead Trail. And then over there, ding ding ding, that is Church's Peak. That is where we may or may not be staying tonight. God, I'm so cold. Anywho, that is where we may or may not be staying tonight. It really depends on what these clouds decide to do. So if I'm looking over Lake Tahoe, it really doesn't seem too bad. But the clouds that are over, hopefully I'm not making you a little seasick here. The clouds that are over Mount Rose are just kind of staying there. And it's breezy. And the breeze is cold. Like winter is like, hello! Are you ready? Here I am. Winter is just around the corner. So, I don't know. Decisions. So, I think we'll probably go up there and see how good the windbreak is on the mount. I've never actually been over there. I've been to Mount Rose, a million times, but I've never ventured over to Church's Peak. On the map, I could very clearly see a half of a rectangular shape, and I am assuming that that is some kind of a windbreak. If it is, then we're probably good to go and probably stay there. If it is not, we will touch base again. But I've got a long way to get there, probably about 7 miles, because from right here you would think, oh, it's like, how is that 7 miles? Well, no, because in between Houghton and Mount Rose is a there's 2 peaks, and then between them is a valley, I guess, whatever it would be called. So I have to go down, way down there, and then over, and then way up to there. So we've had lunch. It's enough dilly-dallying. I think it is time to hit the trail. Sometimes the reality of hiking with a dog is that you carry their shit sometimes. Which, I mean, it's alright. She wants a little break. I called her over after lunch to put her pack back on. And she looked at me, she looked away, put her tail between her legs, and started walking the other direction. So, I want it to be enjoyable for her as well, so give her a little break and then make her put it back on. But for now, she's just enjoying her little freedom. So it's going to be a little bit hard to show you because of the shadows that the clouds are making, but I'm now on the other mountain over, we're going up Mount Rose, and we're just taking a quick break. But oh no, there you go, now you can get to see it. If I would have followed the ridgeline over from Mount Houghton, I would have gotten stuck up there without a way to get down, and that would have sucked. I mean, from the map it doesn't really look that bad, but it's mostly right there that I think is impassable. And I think there's just a lot of sliding rock, and not to mention that brush that I would have had to go through. So I made a good call by just sticking to the trail and not attempting that, because I was so tempted to just try it and see what happened, but I'm very glad I didn't, because I would have been so frustrated when I got this close and was just stuck up there on the ridgeline and had to go all the way back. So, yeah, lesson learned. Don't always follow the wild hares that you get, because I would have been so mad at myself. Hello! So, as you can see from Maple, we have made a little spot. Not originally where I thought we were going to go, but it turned out to be a little bit farther, a little bit rockier, and a little bit windier than I had anticipated. So we kind of made this spot. Somebody has definitely camped here before because all these rocks are lined up, and it was fairly flat. We just kind of had to like do a little zhuzh to it, and now it's flat again. So yeah, this will be home for the night. I'm a little bummed that I'm not going to be able to sleep without the rainfly and like see all the city lights. Like Reno is all over there. See all the city lights and then be able to see Tahoe on the other side. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but it's too windy on the summit, and this just makes more sense so that we're not being blown away. I'm not about to have a horrible night just because I'm so stubborn that I don't want to give up on my summit sleep. This is plenty close enough. We'll see the sunrise right over there. And tonight I'm very excited to see all of the city lights. I love that. And I have never seen Reno from this high up. So it should be very grand. So now we will start setting up tent. See you in a little bit. Hello again. So, we face a dilemma. It's really cold. It's 45 degrees right now. I was not expecting it to get below 40, and it is definitely gonna go below 40. I think what I'm probably gonna do is put on every single layer that I have. Dirty hiking clothes, what I brought for pajamas, all my jackets, all of the things. And put a hand warmer in my sleeping bag. And hope that that's gonna be enough. I think worst case scenario, I'm only 5 miles from the car. So if I had to go back to the car, I just hope the wind doesn't switch directions. If the wind changes directions, I'm screwed. Oh God. Anyway, I've got my headlamp. If I so feel the need and I have to bail, I'll bail. It'll be fine. I don't want to, but it would be fine. I could hike out in the dark. Oh, I thought she was going to go in because she's cold. She's been digging like a little hole over there and cuddling, and she just ate 2 bowls of food. That's all I brought for her. Good thing we're going home in the morning, huh? All right, it's time to make dinner, and then we'll go from there. Basically, I thought the wind was going to die down, and I did not know just how cold it was going to get tonight. So, as you can see, I'm packing my gear up. It's already 43 degrees. The sun is just barely setting. I cannot get warm. I'm freezing. But to be fair, I am a very cold person all the time.
Anyways, but regardless, so I can't get warm, and it's only supposed to get colder. And then I just checked the weather, and there's a chance of snow, which I am not geared for right now. So, as much as it pains me to do this after everything I'm freaking done today, I think the right call is to head home. I'm 5 miles from the car. Am I excited about this? Absolutely not. It's gonna be dark. I'm gonna be hiking in the dark for the first time. Hey, at least I'll get a first for something. Yeah, so I'm gonna be hiking in the dark for the first time. I have all my layers on because, like I said, I cannot get warm. The sunset is pretty. Hand warmer in the pocket. Still need to put that on top. You know, it's funny when things like this happen, you just like you start to lose your order of operations. That's the term I'm looking for. We'll see you in a bit in the dark. Alright, so we bailed. It was so windy, and when I looked at the weather, it said there was a chance of snow, and I was not anticipating it getting below 40 degrees, so I didn't really have all the gear I should have had for that. I knew it wasn't going to be warm enough. Like, could I have survived? Yeah. Would it have sucked? Yeah. So, here we are. We're headed back to the car, headed home. Hiking in the dark for the first time. Nervous to see how this goes. But a pair of runners were just going up the hill, which is odd, but anyway. So that honestly brings me a little bit of comfort, knowing I'm not the only person on the mountain. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can get to the car or close to about the same time that they do, so that I'm not out here alone, 'cause I'm a chicken. Okay, gotta focus. Try not to fall, try not to die. Something in my brain told me to leave my med kit on the outside of my pack, just in case. So hopefully that's not a sign of my future. Okay, bye.
So that was a week ago. Obviously, Maple and I made it out just fine. Was it the best experience of my life? No. But was it an experience? Yes. Was it a necessary one? I think so. I think I did end up learning a lot. And I just underestimated the weather. I'm really glad that I wasn't 20 miles in somewhere. I'm really glad that it happened on a day that I was really close to the car and I could have an out. I mean, like I said, could I have survived? Would I have been fine? Yeah. Would it have been enjoyable? I think is the biggest takeaway. And no, it was not going to be enjoyable for me because I get cold really easily and I didn't feel like suffering through the night. And then when I woke up the next morning, it was pretty cloudy out. So I don't even know if I would have gotten to see a decent sunrise, which was part of the reason I wanted to stay up on the summit. So I think it all worked out for the best. I'm very grateful that we got back safe and everything was good. And we're excited for the next adventure, but probably won't be any camping for a while because winter has come. There is snow on the mountain as of this morning. Not very much, but so maybe I'll make a couple videos here and there of like day hikes and stuff, but I think that's it for a little while. So thanks for watching. Bye.